All right, let's talk about something really important, taking back control of your AI. We're going to dive into a tool that lets you run some seriously powerful artificial intelligence right on your own computer, completely and totally on your own terms.
Okay, let me just start with a big what if. What if you could get all the power of something like ChatGPT, but without needing an internet connection, without paying a single monthly fee, and, this is the big one, without it ever seeing a single piece of your private data? I mean, that sounds a little too good to be true, right?
Well, it's not. There's a tool called Ollama, and it makes this whole idea a reality. Basically, it's free software that turns your personal computer into your own private AI powerhouse. It's your AI, under your roof, and completely under your control.
Now, to really get why this is such a game changer, we kind of need to talk about how we all use AI right now and the hidden costs that come along with it.
Think about it. Every time you chat with a cloud-based AI, you're sending your stuff, your questions, your documents, your sensitive ideas, straight to a company's server. That's a huge privacy risk right there. And on top of that, you're paying those subscription fees, you're totally stuck if your internet goes down, and you're at the mercy of whatever rules or price hikes they decide on. You've pretty much handed over all the control.
Here's a great way to think about it. Using a cloud AI is like using Gmail. Super convenient, right? But you know deep down that a giant company has all your data. Using Ollama, on the other hand, is like running your own email server. Yeah, it takes a little setup, but your data is yours. It never leaves your machine. And for sensitive work, that difference is absolutely everything.
So you're probably wondering, how does Ollama actually pull this off? How does it give your regular old computer this new superpower? Well, it really boils down to two super clever ideas. First up, we've got something called local inference. Now, that sounds technical, but all it really means is that the AI does all of its thinking right there on your machine, using your computer's processor. The most important part? Your questions and the AI's answers are born on your computer, and they never, ever leave it.
The second piece of the magic here is a technique called quantization. You see, these AI models are normally gigantic, way too big for a normal computer. But this is like a super smart compression trick that shrinks them way, way down. It makes them small enough to run on a regular laptop without losing much of their brain power. It's what makes this whole thing actually practical for people like you and me. And listen, we're not talking about some watered-down, second-rate AI here. Ollama gives you a whole library of top-tier models. We're talking about running Meta's incredible Llama 3, the super-efficient Mistral, or even Google's Gemma, all from your own desktop.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. This sounds really complicated. But honestly, it's so straightforward. It's literally 3 simple steps in your terminal. You install the software, you pull down the model you want to use, and then you just run it. That's it. You are now having a conversation with your very own private AI.
But look, as powerful as this all is, it might not be for everyone. It really comes down to a fundamental choice you have to make. What do you care about more, maximum convenience or total control? So who is this really for? Well, it's an absolute game changer for anyone who puts privacy first. It's for professionals, lawyers, doctors, who are handling confidential client data. It's amazing for developers who want to build and test AI apps without getting a massive bill at the end of the month. And of course, it's just incredible for students who need a powerful tool for learning and homework, totally for free.
So, to put it another way, Ollama is definitely for you if you're dealing with sensitive info, if you are just so done with monthly subscriptions, if you need to work on a plane or from a cabin in the woods, or if you just fundamentally believe that you should have complete control over your own tools and your own data.
But let's be real for a second. You might want to stick with a cloud service if your computer is a bit on the older side, because this stuff does need a bit of muscle. Also, if you need the absolute, bleeding-edge performance of a model like GPT-4, the cloud still has a little bit of an edge. And finally, remember these local models aren't connected to the internet, so they can't tell you what happened in the news yesterday.
So let's just lay it all out side by side. With Ollama, you get 100% privacy. It costs you nothing, and you have full control, all with really, really good AI quality. With something like ChatGPT, you get excellent quality, and it's super convenient, but it comes at the cost of your privacy, your money, and your control. That's the trade-off. And really, that brings us to the core philosophy behind this whole movement. The future of personal AI, it might just be local. It's about your AI playing by your rules.
0. That's the number.
That's how many of your private thoughts, your secret projects, your personal data points get sent to some company's server when you use Ollama. Absolutely zero. It all stays with you.
Okay, so let's just quickly recap the big takeaways here. 1. Ollama brings these amazing AI models right onto your computer, making them totally private and totally free. 2. It is the perfect solution if you're doing sensitive work or you just want to get away from those monthly bills. And 3. It's surprisingly easy to set up and it puts you, not some big tech company, in the driver's seat.
And that's really the thought I want to leave you with. You see, this isn't just about cool new tech. It's about empowerment. It's about ownership. So the real question is this: when your AI is truly 100% yours, what are you going to build? What are you going to create?